Hey everybody, I'm Brian. I want to share with you today how I was able to make $10,000 renting out my pool on an app called Swimply over the course of 2 months. Now, here's a little bit about my yard and my pool. It's a 22,000 gallon pool. It's actually pretty old and it shows it. It's a little rough in spots, so not a perfect pool. We also have a standalone Bullfrog A7 hot tub that is newer. We bought that when we moved into the house about 4 years ago. The backyard itself is mostly concrete. We've got flower beds full of tropical looking plants like bananas, palm trees, lilies, elephant ears, and this is really unique for where we live. We're just south of Seattle, Washington. There's no grass back here, so there's not much else to do other than swim or just chill, hang out, look at the plants. Now, this was our first year hosting and we started in June. No prior experience doing this with our swimming pool. Being in the location that we're in, we do get a fair amount of sun and warm days during the summer. Warm for us here is low to mid 80s typically. We do get some days usually in the 90s, but not all that many. Rarely does it see 100 degrees Fahrenheit where we are in Western Washington. There are some pools around us, but a lot of people around here just swim in the ocean, and we've got a ton of lakes. People love going swimming in the lakes, and they are quite cold for most people. But if you've been around here for any amount of time, you'll jump into a 60-degree lake and not think twice about it. So let's go ahead and get into the three things that contributed to most of our success this year. First, the settings that you put on your pool are really important. Swimply allows you to configure a number of things as a host. This is how we had it configured through this summer. First, we were open all the time. We had it open Sunday to Sunday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. We decided to go all in, and my wife and I both work from home, so we're always around the house, and it makes it easy for us to do that. But being open all the time certainly is going to help you get more bookings and get more revenue. We also have instant booking on. This allows a potential swimmer to book your pool and you don't have to wait and approve it. As soon as they book it, it reserves for them and it's done. We have that capped at 10-person max. So if they had more than 10 people, it would come and I would have to approve it before it would actually register as booked. Another thing that was big for us is we allowed 1-hour bookings. A lot of hosts don't like 1-hour bookings because you have to have your pool ready and somebody's going to swim for an hour and you're only going to get an hour's worth of revenue. But we have a very automated and fast, easy process to turn around our pool. And the way that I look at it is those 1-hour bookings are paid advertising. Somebody's paying you to advertise your pool for an hour because a lot of people are still learning what Swimply is and how it works. We had a number of guests this year come and try out the pool for an hour just to get a feel for it. And they came back with larger groups for longer periods of time later on in the summer. The last setting that I think is really important is the 1-hour notice setting. This allows somebody to book a pool with only 1 hour advance notice. You can set that to 0, but for us, it's just a little bit difficult during the week, especially because if we're both in meetings and somebody books immediately, somebody could be at your house in 5 minutes and you really have no time at all to get ready. So we set it at 1 hour, which is the second shortest. If you're in a position to set it to nothing, that means you're just going to be able to get more money, more bookings, more time that your pool is rented. The second thing that we did was we checked in on our guests. Beforehand, we'd send them a message and let them know, hey, here's the address to make sure you have it. Here's where you can park. We'll meet you outside, gave them some indication of what to expect. In addition to that, once they were here and situated, we'd go in the house for about an hour and then we'd come out and check on them just for a minute. In that time, we'd go check and make sure that they were doing okay, that they were comfortable using everything, that they didn't have any questions they were afraid to come in and bug us about, and just make sure they were having a good time. Then we'd also check on them towards the end of their booking. We'd kind of keep an eye out as we saw them starting to clean up and get out of the pool. We would plan to go out there, always ensuring them that we weren't there to rush them out, but we just wanted to make sure that everything was okay with their rental and that they enjoyed themselves and that there weren't any unresolved issues or problems that we needed to take care of. It's important here to read the room. Some guests wanted to talk to us a whole bunch about our plants and about our Swimply experience as hosts. And just what we did to take care of the pool and the yard. Others didn't want to talk to us very much at all. So be sure to gauge your guests individually. Each one is going to want something different from you. So be aware of what it is they're looking for as far as you coming out and talking to them. The last thing that we did is a follow-up message for every guest to thank them for coming to enjoy the pool and making sure that they had another opportunity to let us know if they had any issues, any unresolved problems, and just follow up with them in the app. And that was it. That was our process as far as checking up on them and making sure that they had a good time while they were here and after they left. Now, quick note on the guest experience. They do have the opportunity to leave a review about your pool and about the experience they had. And those are pretty important as a host. You want to make sure you have good reviews and that people are actually recommending you and putting positive things down. We never asked for a review. We ended up with 49 reviews for our first summer. And that's the total of the summer, about three months and a week or two. And all 5 stars. Again, we didn't ask for them, but just through the experience that folks had and the prompting by Swimply, they felt compelled to leave us good reviews. And I think if you do a good job, you don't have to bug people for reviews. You don't have to ask for them. They will take the time to do that, assuming that they've had a good experience. The third thing that we've done that you should be thinking about as well is creating a unique experience. So as I said in the beginning, our backyard is very unique for where we live. We've got various types of tropical and subtropical plants. We've got banana plants that are 16 feet tall. We've got 6 different types of palm trees in our backyard that stay outside, some of them year round, some of them just for the summer. We've got various tropical flowers and other local plants that look tropical. So the vibe that you get in our backyard is very much you're in the tropics, you're not in Washington. And it gives people an opportunity to escape for an hour or two. And they don't have to go on a plane. They don't have to go very far. They're able to come to our place, rent our pool, and feel like they went on vacation. So creating that unique experience is very important for return business and getting customers to come back. Now, it's plants for us, but it doesn't have to be plants for you. It can be anything that you're excited about or passionate about. Think about a theme that you want for your pool and just go all in on that, whether it's having toys for kids and setting up just a very playful, colorful environment for kids, or themed with unicorns. You buy unicorn floats and unicorn colors everywhere and rainbows and stuffed unicorns in the yard, or it could be Aquaman themed and Jason Momoa all over the place, or whatever it is for you. If you create a unique environment, you are going to be much more memorable. And when the people that have come and visited you think about booking a pool again, they're going to think back to, hey, remember how cool this unique environment was? Let's go back there again, because they don't get that opportunity all the time. If your pool is plain and like every other pool around you, why would they come to see you and not other people that are around you? Give them a reason to come back, make a unique theme, and just go all in on that and have it throughout everything that you do with your pool. And that does it. Those are the 3 things that we really did this year to make sure we had a successful season. It worked out very well. Again, we did just over $10,000 in 2 months and over $12,000 for the summer. So to recap that, make sure you've got the right settings for your pool and your profile. Check in on your guests, but make sure you understand how much they want you to check in on them. Don't overdo it. And last, create a unique environment for them that they're going to remember and talk about once they leave your property. They're going to tell their friends about it. And when they come to book a pool again, they're going to want to come back to your unique environment and not think about it as just an average pool that can be found anywhere else. If you have any questions about anything I covered or any other questions about our Swimply experience that we've had in this first year, drop them down below in the comments. Like and subscribe for more on creating revenue with short-term rentals using apps like Swimply, Airbnb, and HipCamp. Thanks and have a good one.